Hi, this is Federico with Cuttle, and in this video, I'm going to answer a question about how to make a project like this one. It looks like an ornament, where we have some connected text that is surrounded by a ring, and the text and the ring are joined together, so everything gets cut as a single piece. I think the person who submitted the question was having trouble because the inside cut of the circle here was cutting their letters, even though it kind of looks like it's not going to cut it. So yeah, that can be confusing sometimes. And so I'm going to show you 3 different ways of approaching this project. And not to say that there is one correct way. Actually, there is just the way that works for you. So I'm going to try and explain 3 different approaches, and hopefully one of them is going to be understandable and you can use it to make similar projects or to make this project, but with similar ideas. So let's start the first way. So I'm going to start with just a circle, and I'm going to assume that the size is just about 4 inches. So let's make that a 4-inch circle. Then I'm going to make the inside cut of that ring by grabbing another circle, and I'm just going to scale it until it looks about right. So that looks about right to me. And now I'm going to grab that text. So this is going to be the connected text. So let's place that right in the center. I'm going to change the alignment to be centered and the vertical alignment to be middle. And then I'm going to type I think it was Harley's 30th birthday. The beauty with connected text is that, you know, everything gets joined vertically and horizontally. And now I'm just going to kind of size it until it looks about right. And even though it was centered, I'm actually going to move it a bit here using my arrow keys until it kind of looks joined in all the areas. So this is the basic idea. But if I were to cut these just as is, we know that this inside cut is just going to cut through the letters and everything is going to be separated. So I'm going to approach it one thing at a time. So if I look at the circles, if I kind of select them, I see that they have like a blue fill. They're both filled. So I want one circle to be subtracted from the other. So I'm going to select just the circles, and then I'm going to apply a modifier called Boolean difference. So this one kind of takes the front circle and subtracts it from the back one, from the bigger one. And I can see what happened, because now the only thing that is filled is that, this kind of green transparent fill is that outside ring. And now I want to join that outside ring to the letters. So if I were to select both, you'll see that one has a sort of blue preview fill and the other one is kind of green. So I know that those two are going to be joined. So I'm going to go to Modify and apply the Boolean union. And as you can see, now this is what I want. Like they both have the same kind of green fill. And so that's the part that is going to be cut as a single piece. So that's the first way. We applied a Boolean difference to between the circles and then a Boolean union to the text. Let's try another way that perhaps is a bit more visually understandable. So I'm going to start with a circle. Let's make it 4 inches as well. But then this time I want to change the circle's stroke. Instead of being a hairline, I'm going to give it, I'm going to uncheck the hairline box and I'm going to give it some width. I'm also just kind of going to guess these, say of that much. And I'm going to keep that stroke. Yeah, let's keep it black for now. So now I visually know what I want to cut, but this is not exactly what's going to be cut yet. So now I want to get that same connected text. And I'm going to try and do this quickly. So again, center, middle. I could have copied it from the other part, but let's just do it. Harley's 38th birthday. Let's make it small. Make sure it's joined just by hand. And so now I'm going to take the text and give it the same fill. In this case, I had a black fill. So I'm going to select that, change the color to black. And so what I mean by this one being visual is that right now, if I send it to the laser cutter, everything's going to be cut. It's just only going to cut a circle and the outline, so it's not going to work. But there is a modifier that lets me join everything that is the same color. So I'm working with just the color that I can see. So I'm going to select everything and change the modifier to the one called Flatten. And so this one is really cool because it just takes a color and joins everything. And I can show you that worked by selecting this stroke result. So as you can see, what gets cut now also has that kind of unified green preview fill. So that's the second way of approaching this this project, by creating two things that are the same color and just applying the flatten modifier. So let's try a final one that might also work for you. So I'm gonna take a circle. Let's make it 4 inches as well. And this one is a little different, that it takes any shape and then it actually turns it into an outline. So I'm gonna take the circle, and there's a modifier called down here, outline stroke. So now I literally, I immediately get that result I was kind of looking for, and I can select the width of the outline. So in some ways I kind of did what I did in the first one, but I saved myself some steps. So this shape is a ring that I can use right away. As you can see, it's being filled with the kind of green preview. And now I just need the text. So I'm actually going to be lazy and copy the text from here. And I'm going to... So now you're seeing where I'm going with this. I have the ring on the outside, the one that looks green. And then I have the text. And I'm going to finish it by selecting both of those shapes and applying the union modifier. And I end up with quite a similar thing. So at the end, they all look pretty similar, or the result is the same, but there are different approaches. So I hope one of these approaches makes sense to you. And you can put it in practice with your projects. So do let me know if you have any more questions about these. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.